up, everybody? And welcome to episode number 3 of our new show, The Fifth Quarter, as always. I'm Nick Armitage, joined by Brandon Reesing.
You know who it is. Let's get to it. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's go draft recap. Still going on, but it's closing up. Draft recap.
Most exciting
thing.
Event of all time.
Greatest.
I'm riveted by this event.
Riveted by probably the most predictable thing.
Seriously, it's ridiculous. I mean, he freaking ruins it every year on Twitter. You don't even have to watch the TV to know who's getting drafted. You can just check on Twitter.
But it's kind of fun.
Yeah, okay, but it's still ridiculous. It's not exciting. It doesn't compare to the NFL draft.
Yeah. Oh, come on. So we got draft recap. We'll talk to you who we like, who we didn't, winners, losers. We got Cavs update. Let's see if Colin Sexton was enough to keep the king in town. Some Kawhi and Paul George stuff. Let's see any changes with the Lakers, Oklahoma City, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We want to get to the World Cup updates. Lionel Messi just fell apart today, apparently. I saw it 3-0.
A lot to talk about there.
We'll get to on that. Some U.S. Open stuff. And some drama with the NFL. Well, Jameis Winston incidents. So we got all that for you coming up right now. But let's start it off with the draft.
Let's jump right into it.
So what do we got?
We'll talk about the draft because I guess we have to.
Yeah.
So we'll do it. If there was one player, that stood out to you and you were like, this guy's going to make an impact day one, best value pick, who is it for you?
Taking Marvin Bagley III. The dude averaged 21 and 11 in the most elite conference, on top of the most elite conference in college basketball in the ACC. And he's coached by Coach K. I mean, he's just a beast. And Duke is just... they're so good. They just are always winning. You can't really go wrong with the Duke guy. I just don't know if they're going to have enough in Sacramento to produce multiple wins and get into a playoff.
I don't know about the franchise
picture
at all.
So, but no, Bagley was my top pick. What about you? What do you got?
Actually a little bit down the draft board. I actually like Mikal Bridges.
Yeah,
for Villanova.
Beast.
Philly drafted him. I thought that was a great fit for him. I thought, oh no, maybe LeBron's actually going to go there. Maybe Bridges will go there, and LeBron will be swayed. But they ended up trading him to the
it's unbelievable,
to the Suns,
and I don't
which
really
I didn't understand.
No one's understanding that.
But yeah, I thought he was a great pick at 10. Probably the best value pick. He did great things for Villanova.
Yeah.
Led them to the national championship this year. And I think he could be the next Kawhi Leonard. He just has some insane explosiveness, athleticism, and he can do it on both sides of the court defensively.
I agree.
Obviously and offensively.
Let me talk to you some winners and losers stuff. Winners, and I know you didn't believe me earlier today, but before this draft, but I'm telling you, Phoenix could be dangerous now. Just getting Bridges off that trade.
Yep.
They got the number 1 with DeAndre Ayton out of Arizona, and they got Devin Booker, who's just a beast. He's a monster.
People were talking about the new Shaq and Kobe with Booker and Ayton.
Like a 2.0.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
you never know. It's a big stretch, but it could be. And then you add Bridges in there.
It's a rarity, but
in 3 or 4 years down the line, I could see him getting back into the
West.
Yeah.
In the picture.
To lose the Warriors, but
of course, lose the Warriors, because NBA. There you go, predictable. Thanks, Adam Silver. But no, I like the Suns. Maybe they're getting back to good Steve Nash playoff days, but better. They just have more tools. They're young. They're fresh.
You can't forget about Josh Jackson. I think.
Oh, and then they got Josh Jackson at Kansas. Dude is a stud. So that's 4 could be elite players
down the line. Yeah.
So watch out for the Suns in the future. Definitely a winner. Any loser picks that you saw in the top 10? 12?
I'm not sure about that Trae Young pick. So he went to Atlanta, and Dallas drafted him, but then he ended up going to Atlanta
for Luka Doncic.
Yeah. So that's my loser. I honestly, I'm
not
quite sure what he's gonna do. He could be amazing, and I could be totally wrong.
But he's not gonna be a Steph Curry.
And people are comparing him to Steph Curry, and I don't get that. I mean,
so he is not Steph Curry. He chucks up 40 shots a game.
He's a high
He's a
shooter.
Russell Westbrook, but less athletic. He is not a Steph Curry because he can shoot a 40-foot shot.
Yeah.
He's a Russell Westbrook.
I'm not sure.
I
feel like that comparison to Steph Curry is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
People kind of wanted him to make it. I don't think anyone's ever going to be what Steph Curry is now,
and
because he's the greatest shooter ever.
And Trae Young was a great college basketball player. Led the nation in points and assists. And it's the first time ever apparently doing that in Division I basketball history. So, I hope the best for him. I just, go to Atlanta. It's kind of a dud basketball area.
I'm not sure if I see that working out.
That's an SEC football area. Come on, let's be real here. So, I don't know. Hawks, Trae Young, that's box office. Atlanta's not box office for basketball. No, so, I'm going to say that's probably going to be a dud. But, other than that, Mo Bamba, beast. Dallas, let's see what or Orlando.
Yeah.
Ayton.
I like Mo Bamba. He's super athletic. He could have honestly been a top 2, top 3 draft pick.
Yeah.
Super athletic. So I like that pick for Orlando. That's definitely one of my winners.
Let me talk to you about the good old Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron James. Is Colin Sexton, the stud from the South, enough to keep LeBron James?
I gotta say no.
No, really? Okay.
Although we did hear per our sources. You gotta trust every source you hear.
Every source you hear. What do we got?
I heard, our sources told us that
right
now we have sources.
What do you got?
LeBron James? LeBron, right now, it could be down to Los Angeles or staying home to Cleveland. He's been saying all along that he's staying home to Cleveland. I'm starting to believe you now.
Okay, but here's what I want to talk to you about. What is he going to do in LA? He wants to win rings. He's told Brian Winters he wants to win rings. He's going to go and win rings. He wants to get to MJ no matter what. He's already dominated everyone statistically. He wants to go win more rings.
I don't blame him. Lakers. Who's
going to win within LA? Magic Johnson. He's not going to get him players.
Yeah, exactly.
Magic Johnson will not get him players. I'm sorry. He's drafted Lonzo. He's drafted D'Angelo Russell. They're both fat busts. D'Angelo's not even here anymore. And they're probably going to. I would believe before day one of the season's day one, like opening day, Kuzma or Ball will not be on that team. That's just one of my takes.
Yeah, if they want to get another superstar there, like
so
I'm just not sure about the Lakers. I just think it's a stretch so they can even get close to competing with the Warriors. Because at the end of the day, it's the Warriors West.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to build a team that's better than Houston is right now to beat the Warriors. I just don't see it happening with LeBron and the Lakers. As much as we love LeBron, they don't have enough pieces there, I don't think.
Yeah.
So if it is between Cleveland and LA, I think Cleveland's a better option.
Yeah.
Maybe you were right all along.
So let's move on. Kawhi, Paul George. I mean, okay, so I saw today, Lakers have no talks anymore. There's nothing's gonna happen.
The door closed. Yeah.
Kawhi going to LA, and I haven't heard any news on Paul George in any trade talk all week. So I'm not sure if because Kawhi's falling apart that Paul George is gonna keep it quiet, or is he gonna come out and say he wants it in LA? Let's say you were a Laker guy, you're in the Laker Nation fan base. Do you want Paul George in LA?
No, not at all. I think Paul George is extremely overrated, and I hear Laker fans all the time saying we're going to get Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and LeBron. They're not. Paul George, I used to think he was a great player until I saw him in the playoffs this year, and the guy disappeared. I mean, what did he average in the playoffs? Like 4 points? He had 5 points in that elimination game. They lost to Utah.
Exactly.
I mean, he calls himself playoff P, but
he had one good game, and they lost to the Jazz in 6.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
I wouldn't want him, but Laker fans are kind of delusional, honestly.
They are.
So, sorry if you're a Laker fan watching, but
yeah,
I don't think Paul George is going to do much for you.
All right, well, we'll get more to you on the NBA coming up this week. We'll hear, I guess just to add on to NBA, Pop is going down to San Diego, or is in San Diego right now, I think.
Yeah.
Meeting with Kawhi to convince him one last time. I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, Pop really assembled a little plan to get Parker, earlier this season to rip on Kawhi. I mean, who does that? I mean, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Is that a sign that, Pops is done coaching? I mean, is the Spurs era done? I think the Spurs era is done.
You can say it's officially closing.
Yeah, Duncan's
Kawhi
been
doesn't want
2 years now.
Kawhi doesn't want to play there. He said he wants to be out.
It's not box office anymore.
Yeah.
And Kawhi grew up in LA. I mean, he's from LA. It's his hometown. I don't blame him. Could be the new face. I mean, he's a great basketball player. He's probably the best two-way player in the league. When he's hot.
When he's healthy, yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I think there's nothing that Pop can do to keep him in San Antonio. All right, let's move on. We got World Cup going on, and there is drama going on.
World Cup fever.
Is Argentina going to advance? I mean, you tell me. You can take the stage. I mean, this is all you. What do we got? Who's doing what?
I mean, as we saw today, Croatia absolutely thrashed Argentina 3-0. I mean, Messi was absolutely irrelevant in the second half. I mean, it's hard to say you saw the guy even making a full-on sprint even 1 or 2 times in that second half. He was just completely out of it. You can see even in the national anthem, he was kind of looking down. The weight of, all the pressure on his shoulders, basically, of the entire country. It's kind of getting to him right now. And what I've noticed is, when you look at Ronaldo, who scored all 4 of the Portugal's goals, he's out there, he's having fun, man. You've seen his celebrations. And you look at Messi, on the other hand, he's not having fun. And that's, when it comes down to it, when you're playing good soccer, you're having fun. And the other way around as well. So
kind of reminds me of someone.
Who's that?
LeBron James. He's not having fun in Cleveland.
That's
But he'll make it happen.
That's true.
Back to soccer. So, that was a mess today, though.
Yeah, and
really
your question was, are they going to get out of the group? It's hard to say right now. It kind of depends on the other teams.
In that group?
Iceland, Nigeria, they play tomorrow. And then it's Croatia and Argentina. So it kind of comes down...
Iceland, Nigeria?
Yeah, it will be a good game.
Right.
It should be close. But, yeah, obviously right now, in our GOAT debate between Ronaldo and Messi, you got to hand it to Ronaldo right now. He's putting in work right now.
Yeah,
obviously, he has...
he has all 4 goals for
Portugal. Yeah, he has all 4 goals. He's leading the goal tally right now. And, I hope Messi comes back. I hope that Argentina don't just give up in their last game against Nigeria. They can win it if they just, put forth some effort, because they just seem lost right now. I hope for Messi's sake that they don't go out in the group stage, because that would really tarnish his legacy.
I kind of think it kind of tarnishes just soccer. I mean, this is every 4 years. This isn't this isn't like an NBA Finals. It's not like it's Super Bowl's bigger in my opinion, but
yeah, it's every 4 years.
This is the world's biggest stage on the world's biggest sport.
Yeah.
So and for probably one of the GOATs to go down before it's
no one should want to see this. No one should be rooting for Messi to lose, in my opinion. I get you may like Ronaldo more, but I mean it's 2 of the greatest players we've ever seen in the same era. Yeah. You should be rooting for them to both get through and score goals, because they're the best players. You want to see the best players on the biggest stage. Yeah, I think we're both holding out for Messi to get through.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not holding my breath. I think that they could go out. They could very well go out in the next game. Yeah, in the group stage.
Well, I'm hoping not, but we will.
It's been a great World Cup so far.
And
some awesome goals.
When's Argentina play? Tomorrow, you said?
No, Iceland and Nigeria play tomorrow. Argentina, they'll play down the road in a couple days, 4 days probably.
Who's the favorite right now in the World Cup?
It's tough to say. Honestly, the team that's looked the best is Belgium so far. Really? They beat Panama 3-0. They looked really impressive. But this year, it's kind of the year of the upset so far. It's kind of up in the air. If I were to pick a team right now, I'd say either France or Belgium. But there's still a lot of time to go. It's only been the first game for many of these teams. Yeah. But it's been a great tournament so far. I think we both look forward to watching.
I'm excited to see. I'm not a big fan of soccer, but it's always cool to see this come around. And I'm a big Netherlands guy. Big Netherlands. FIFA 09, FIFA 15. I'm an Arjen Robben. I call him Andy Robben. Arjen Robben type of guy. Robin van Persie. Those are my goats. They didn't make it, but it's
next
4 years from now. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with the World Cup. Stay tuned, Fox Sports. Yeah, the best. Let's move on. Let's talk about this Jameis Winston incident. What's going on with that? Okay.
Yes.
So, I guess Jameis had an incident with an Uber driver 2 years ago, and now is being suspended. Most likely going to appeal the 3-game suspension.
It hasn't even been announced actually.
For what?
For sure, it hasn't even been announced the 3 games, but they're saying it's likely it's going to be 3 games or around that number. He'll appeal. I don't think he'll win it. So he's going to be out for a number of games. As a Saints fan, for me, I'm happy because they play him in Week 1. So that's an easy Week 1 dub right there for us.
Easy second week dub against the Browns.
Against the Browns.
We'll get to that.
I know you're kind of a Browns fan right now, so I won't say that.
We'll get to it. You got to believe.
Yeah. So, that was a stupid, Jameis Winston makes the dumbest decision.
He has
off-the-field problems.
Remember when he
stealing crab legs? How could you forget? I mean, the guy jumped up on the table and started saying these, obscenities, at a meeting, and now he does this with an Uber driver. It's just not a class act, honestly.
Yeah. So I got 2 guys I want to talk to you about in the NFL right now. 2 guys, Jameis Winston and Andrew Luck. Because I'm sick of this Andrew Luck crap. I mean, he has a mental block holding a ball. Apparently, he has a mental block.
That's crazy.
That's what he said with throwing a regular-sized football. So, 1, is Jameis a bust? 2, what's up with Andrew Luck? Is he a bust too? I mean, what is going on?
I'll answer your Andrew Luck question first. I've never been
a
big Andrew Luck guy.
I think he's overpaid.
I think he's always been overpaid. He hasn't really done anything. When's the last time he won a playoff game? Has he ever won a playoff game?
Yeah, that stellar one against the Chiefs in 2013.
Okay, who cares?
He won. I mean, he's won a few.
But not anything. He's never gone, deep, in the playoffs. I always think he's been overpaid, and he's always injured. So I think he's a problem. And then to answer the Jameis one, I can't say for now he's a bust, but he's made some stupid, boneheaded mistakes on and off the field.
So, Is he on the path, though? Because I honestly think he is a bust.
100%.
You give him... This is his 4th year. Mariota, I thought, was the
This
bust.
is the year. This is the year you got to say. Yeah.
It's kind of the year for Andrew Luck. He hasn't done anything special since 2014 when he beat Peyton Manning and then got smacked by New England in the AFC Championship 45-7, whatever. But I don't... And that's, 3 years ago. And he hasn't played in... He's like Kawhi Leonard, hasn't played in like a year and a half. So I think Andrew Luck's got a couple of years left to prove himself, but this is it for Jameis Winston. I start looking for a quarterback of Jameis Winston because this is going to affect him. He's got a bunch of maturity issues.
Yeah, definitely.
So
on and off the field. I mean, the guy's a turnover machine. He has flashes of brilliance, and then he has these just boneheaded mistakes where he tosses the ball up off his back foot in a double coverage and he gets picked off. So, I mean, he really needs to cut down on the turnovers and cut down on the stupid, idiotic things off the field. Otherwise, I think Tampa Bay, I think you're right. They need to start moving on and looking for their next QB in the future.
Which we will see very soon.
Yeah.
College football about 80 days away. A little less than that. Anything else with the whole football thing? No,
I know you want to talk about your guy.
I want to talk about
a little golf action.
Little golf action. I've been getting my game going this summer, and I love the U.S. Open. It is my favorite tournament.
It's a great tournament.
It's the best.
I'm a Masters guy.
But I love the
U.S. Open is so tough.
Who doesn't love the Masters? But
gotta watch it
because it's just the most iconic thing ever.
Beautiful.
But
beautiful course.
The U.S. Open is so hard, and to watch these guys struggle, it's awesome because you get to see the best of the best. Shinnecock Hills brought the best of the best out of these golfers. Some people gave up. Zach Johnson complaining, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting paid to play golf, making millions of dollars."
Millions, yeah.
And Ian Poulter came out. Well, whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But Brooks Koepka won the championship, the tournament. Won over. He won. Nobody was even last weekend.
That's insane.
But to win the U.S. Open back-to-back, put it this way, Tiger never did it. The last guy to do it was Curtis Strange in 88, 89, so 30 years ago. I just kind of want to go out on a limb and say, Brooks Koepka, I mean, watch out. This guy, such a stud. I mean, this guy is so good at golf right now. I mean, he's on top of the world. He's 2 under right now in the Travelers Championship, too. So just watch out for him. He's 5 back from the lead. But to win back-to-back U.S. Opens is something like now that I've become a pretty big golf guy, it's just impossible. I mean, the greatest of the greats have never even done it. But Brooks Koepka's on the come-up. I mean, he's just going to start winning tournaments.
He's an absolute athlete there. You look at some of these golfers, they're not athletes. No, this guy's huge.
It's the typical
golf guy. This guy's
golf
at the gym every single day.
Oh, this guy's a monster. He's best friends with DJ, and they go in and they, lift and work out. But this guy, just watch out for him because he is going to do good things.
He's a real deal, as it seems, yeah.
So yeah, I just want to go on a limb right there and congratulate him on that win last week. 'Cause that was pretty awesome. He stayed focused. He was 5 shots back or something like that going in a moving day on Saturday. So, good for him. So watch out for Koepka. I mean, that guy is a beast, a phenomenal athlete, and I believe that the future is going to be very bright for him.
Yeah, definitely agree. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our show for today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. Every week.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Peace.